Greetings again, everyone. So I'm back from my walk with Paco, and we're back at our home. And I thought, since we're learning about plants, that I could introduce you to some of my plants I have at home. They're like family members, and I love them so much, and I think you're gonna like them. So the first one I want to introduce you to is my aloe plant, which probably you all have in your house. This is a baby. It's brand new. Someone just gave it to me because they had so many extras. And so I'm going to plant this, and probably it'll grow and be really big, and I'll get a lot of aloe out of it. But did you know, if you don't have hand sanitizer, you can use this mixed with rubbing alcohol. So if you have alcohol in the house, rubbing alcohol, and aloe, you can make your own hand sanitizer. What do you think of that? Let me know what you think. And if your parents want to do some kind of chemistry experiments with you. But best to look it up first to make sure you have the right amounts. You don't want to take all of the aloe from your plants, because then you won't have a plant anymore. All right, so, and that was a gift. Isn't that nice? Also, I have another gift. It's actually from two different people. Last year, I had parents who liked to give me plants. They know I love plants. And here is an orchid. Now, I'm not that good at growing orchids, but I've been patient with myself. I don't give up, you know me. And right now, they are both blooming. Look at that. Can you believe that? So you can see the petals and the pistil, and look at this. I've got a lot of buds right here. So they are going to grow into flowers as well. So of course orchids are beautiful when they have their petals and their flowers out. But when they don't have it, sometimes people don't know what to do. Well, I didn't really know what to do either, because I don't know that much about orchids, but I just kept with it, and wow, look at what I have now. They're two completely different orchids, and I appreciate both of them. They're gorgeous. So those are my orchids, and those were gifts. And here's one of my favorites that I think I talked to you about in class before. So this is a pitcher plant. A pitcher like you would have in the kitchen, like a pitcher of water. I have these growing. This one looks like it's dying, but it's not true. It's gonna shed these, and new ones like this are forming. Isn't that beautiful? And it's called a pitcher plant because it's the shape of a pitcher that you would put water in. And that's what they have. They have water in there. And what they do, believe it or not, Dante, close your ears. They actually eat bugs. This is a meat-eating plant. So Dante and I are vegetarian. So we are not like this plant. This plant is carnivorous, meaning it eats insects to get its nutrients. Now, sometimes in South Florida, it doesn't need to eat a whole lot of insects because the soil is really rich and it has all the nutrients that it needs. But in general, if they're ever in an area where there's no good soil, these plants will attract insects that'll fly into or crawl into the pitcher, and then the lid will close and they can't get out. Sounds like sci-fi, but it is real. I've got a bigger one here. Check this out. This one, I don't have any soil. I'm not sure if the store is open, but I've got to go and put it in 2 new pots because there are babies growing in here. So take a look at this pitcher right here. Can you see the lid? Isn't that adorable? So once the insect crawls or flies into the pitcher, the lid will close, and oh, the insect has nowhere to go, and the plant will actually eat it. So yeah, these pitchers are beautiful. Look at that one. And these are all kind of babies, and it's hard to show you, but I've got several different plants in here, and this is way too small for it. So I've got to put it in different plants, but if you can look inside, you can see the babies. My babies! All right, and my final thing for today. I love it so much. Remember how I talked to you about how we have a pet, class pet, and that's Ginger Caccia? By the way, Dante, you have her. Please be careful with her. We don't want her to get sick. So I also told you that we have a class plant, not a class pet, a class plant. And I started growing it like right after I met you guys. I had a salad one day in the first week of school, and I had an avocado. And I thought, I'm gonna plant this seed and see what happens. Well, this is our class plant. What do you think of that? This is actually going to be an avocado tree. Now, I desperately need to put it in a bigger pot. Miss Caddy doesn't have any land because she lives in an apartment, so I have to grow it in a pot for a while. And look how beautiful these leaves are and big. What do you think of that? By the way, these are other avocados that I am going to plant, the seeds actually, that I'm going to plant and see if we can make more. I'm actually growing a few more. I think Miss Caddy, if she wasn't a teacher, she'd be a botanist. A botanist is a scientist who studies plants. Anyway, what do you think of that? Isn't that gorgeous? So hopefully this week, if I can go to the store real quick or order some soil, I'm going to repot some of these, and tomorrow I'm going to show you my little garden that I have. Anywho, so that's a lot for plant life today. I love you and I miss you. Stay safe, stay happy, and keep learning. Bye.